Hi guys, thanks for joining myself and Simon from Hawk in this. This is our last little video of this series now. It's for the Dropfleet Commander Kickstarter. Closing days, go and check it out. In this one, it's another weapons demonstration. Because they're always the best. Please tell me I'm going to get to shout weapons free in this one as well.
Yes, you will, Warren. Because I think it would. I don't think I could do it to you to not let you do it. You know, you love it so much.
Right. This is one I've been really looking forward to. Firstly, I just want to show you something that is absolutely beautiful. Just check. I'll put my finger in place so I know where to move it back to. So just check out that. That is the PHR.
Yes.
Which
This
version?
is the Ajax. So
Ajax.
the PHR cruisers and some of the larger ships tend to have 3 calibers of broadside weapons.
Yeah.
They've essentially got a small, a medium, and a larger version of them. So the Ajax has small 2 batteries on each side of smaller caliber weapons, and a small burn-through laser on the front. Now the burn-through is not as good as the UCM. And the small caliber are basically they're specialised at taking out the lighter ships.
Yeah.
So really good against things like the frigates. Although they can still hurt larger ships.
They're unlocked. Everything,
yes.
all the factions are unlocked now. So go on over and take your pick. Right, Simon. I'm actually playing PHR this time.
You are.
I'm up against a couple of UCM Cruisers.
Indeed.
Okay. He's ready moved.
Yes. So I'm going to activate my Moscow class.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do is, first of all, we're just going to say, obviously, again, these rules are in playtest currently. Things might change, but generally, this is where we are at the moment. Now, the PHR Cruiser, as I said, it's an Ajax. We're actually going to use it as an Odin.
As an Odin.
As an Odin. And the reason for that is that the Odin is your bog standard, middle of the road cruiser.
Yep.
Doesn't have any special rules. So we don't have to sort of go through any of the special rules. We can just nice and simple, go out there, charge forward, track weapons free, roll some dice, and damage some ships.
Okay.
So
I can live with that. Right.
I'm gonna move my so in this particular situation here, the Berlin's already moved up.
Yep.
The Moscow is about to move. He's going to take some pot shots at your very heavily armoured PHR battleship.
Yeah, I've got good armour with this. Then,
yeah, well, it's got similar armour to the UCM. But what it's got is bulk. It's got a lot. It's got more damage points. So for them, the UCM you generally need critical on a you do 5 points damage before they suffer a crippling result. The PHR for a similar sized cruiser actually requires 6. So it sounds like a small number, but actually that number makes a big change in game.
Yeah.
An extra damage points, a few ones, really increase the effectiveness of the model. I mean, it's not quite an exponential, but it's a significant increase of longevity for each damage point in the ship gets over its a similar level ship. So I'm going to roll some, as we saw in some other videos. I get to be the one rolling all the dice now, and hopefully doing quite well. So I get my 4 shots.
Okay.
From my guns at the back, and then I get my 8s.
Right. So.
Because I know you like to arrange them.
I like arranging.
I know.
I'm always arranging them into the pattern of the ship because I just love to see the way the firepower looks before it comes spilling out.
So I'm gonna need 4 or more on the white dice. I'm gonna need 3 or more on the black dice.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do some damage.
Okay.
And
right.
So 4 or more on the white, which means 2 of the white dice have missed. 3's on the black, 2 of those have missed. So I need a 6 to critical on the white, which I've got 1. Now on the black dice, I need 5s. So I've done 4 criticals to you with that roll.
Okay, so let me just, I'm just using a little temporary counter in the meantime until all the pegs and things like that come out for these. So I've got 4 criticals already, and then I get 2 saves. You
get 3 saves total.
Oh, I get 3 saves total. Okay, so let me try.
And this is on a 3 or more.
Make my saves.
And you've made all of them.
No problem at all. No problem at all. Okay.
So that was 4 damage done to your cruiser. Now it's your go.
That was nasty enough, wasn't it? Okay, so.
Now, you have generally broadsides in the PHR. That's your thing.
I've been looking forward to this, yeah.
So, you can move up to 8 inches.
And I can shout weapons free?
You shout weapons
free!
And I would imagine you probably want to go somewhere in between my 2 cruisers.
Yeah, so I'm just going right in there like that. There we are. Okay.
Now, obviously, being broadside, your shots are limited to the side arc. So the downside for the PHR is their front guns don't tend to be tremendously powerful.
Yeah.
All their energy and their ship design has gone into weapons being on the sides, so both sides.
Okay, so does that mean I can get to shoot at both of them?
You can indeed.
Oh.
And it's worth saying that you get 8 dice per side.
Oh, you're joking.
No.
Really?
So where the amount of, I mean, the one I rolled for a minute ago, the Moscow, while I did roll 12 dice, that was from a heavy cruiser.
Yeah.
This is a standard cruiser for the PHR, and you're throwing out 8 dice per side.
That's not bad, is it?
It's not bad at all, no.
So PHR immediately become about more You've got to try and get these guys into the optimum position.
Yeah, you're almost more using as much of the Age of Sail tactics as more than any other race.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to get into a position where your batteries on either side of your cruisers and your frigates and your battleships are in a position to maximise damage. If it was just firing at one ship, 8 dice, because I need 4 to do damage, and this is a medium cruiser, medium gun cruiser. You know, it's better than a standard. It's slightly less than a standard cruiser on one side. But if you can pull off the broadside here, we're shouting weapons free, firing both weapons at ships on either side of you, suddenly you're getting almost 2 cruisers worth of firepower from one cruiser.
And do you know what will be interesting? It'll be interesting to see tactically how the game plays out, because if it were just a standard spaceship game, you wouldn't have anything that you were particularly tied to movement-wise, so you'd probably be more inclined, it'd be more facilitated to stay out of the way of this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But because you're trying to drop stuff down onto the planet's surface, there is a physicality of you having to be in particular locations.
Exactly.
And this is probably going to open up more opportunities for the likes of this. We will remain and see how that happens.
But you're right, that should be the case.
Yeah.
And especially going, you know, when although your motherships and your strike carriers will have to drop off the troops and stay in place, your large ships will also have to hold clusters. They're trying to, you know, dominate them from space and dominate the space battle. They will also be trying to loiter in particular areas, which means that if your PHR know where you are, it's a lot easier for them to send their ships, like a couple of them, to one cluster to go and guys,
right in the middle.
Let's go into the middle of their fleet and start decimating them with shots.
Well, will we roll some dice and see how it goes?
Let's see what happens.
Okay, so blacks on this side, whites on this side. On what do I need?
You need
Fours.
a 4 to hit.
Okay.
But 6 is a critical.
Let's see. So whites on this side, 2 criticals and 1 hit. On this side, 1 hit, 1 critical, 1 hit. And that was a hit.
That was a hit as well.
Okay. So not the best roll I've ever done, but already there's 8 points. That was one, yeah. That was just a normal hit. So already 8 points of damage. So
I can't save against the criticals.
2 criticals on him, 1 critical on him.
Instantly damage done.
So 2 saves on this guy.
2 saves on the Moscow. I passed them both.
Okay, and 3 saves on this one.
I failed one of them. So that's 2 damage to each of them.
So 2 damage each. Now, with the right rolls, and maybe with the slightly heavier ships as well on that.
Yeah, I mean, bear in mind that, again, this was done from a standard cruiser. Yeah. And you just put out 4 points of damage. You know, which
spread across 2 ships.
They spread across 2 ships, which is true.
Yeah.
But you've got the potential.
But that's a good thing, being able to spread that across the 2 ships, because as you're doing that, you're weakening his force in a more spread out way.
Yes,
but
yeah.
you can't take that in isolation.
No.
Because there's other ships then with longer ranges, putting in direct shots and things like that.
And if it was 2 versus 2 and you had a second PHR cruiser up here, that would be 4 ships on 4 damage if I was to continue on one particular ship, because 2 of them would fire at one. So again, you would pass through their formations, hammering ships on either side of you.
Lovely. Right. Guys, this is it. That was our last little tactical display. We will be back in the future with some serious content on this game, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, if you do want to get into it, head on over to the Kickstarter. Simon, thank you so much for joining us. Always lovely to have you over. Right. Any questions, get them in the comments. The guys will be on hand to give you some answers. Otherwise, it's maybe worth going checking that one out. See you again soon, guys.